What was the interview like for you? How much you had confidence, and I know you have a deep aesthetic, both desire to do well and taste. You have great, great taste, in my opinion, in terms of like looking good and presenting good and whatnot. How did you actually prepare for the presentation? Was there slides? Was there a deck? Who was in the room? What was the response? Did the jaws drop? Was it like, wow? Give me all the touches and feels of this moment.
It's so wild because I was traveling with my family for Christmas. So I didn't have all my setup. I didn't have my mic. I didn't have any of those things. They don't allow you to present with slides. It's actually just a 10-minute conversation, and they will make the call yes or no based only on those 10 minutes, which is extremely wild to think about that. It's like,
Compression at its best.
yeah, no, it's crazy. And it was so much pressure. I was so yeah, I was so afraid of the doing that whole thing because I really thought that hey, if we can get in, I think this will change our lives. I think this will change the trajectory of my career. So I really put a lot of effort into that. But there was no presentation. It's just like getting ready, getting prepared for questions. That could be any question, right?
Mm.
So that was really tough. And I remember the moment I was sitting in a co-working, people were like watching the World Cup games on like with their speakers super loud. I was like, oh my gosh, like it's so crazy. This is like the worst environment ever. And then I'm waiting on Zoom, and then I see like the name like Gustav. And I was like, oh no, this is the guy from Airbnb. I'm like, I can't believe I'm like, I was so yeah, I was so afraid and overwhelmed, and yeah, it was a wild experience. Yeah,
What would be your passing grade then if you were the teacher and the interview was a test or the presentation was a test? Did you ace it? How do you think you did?
I have no idea. I think maybe well because I got in, uh, but I feel like it really comes down to just communicating your conviction about that problem that you're trying to solve and your vision and all that. And that's what I try to do. And it didn't come from a place of like, oh, let me artificially generate this excitement or this grandiose vision. Like, no, it was I really truly believe in my heart that this is a great opportunity. I remember we were looking for a good domain, which then we bought like recent.com, and the guy wanted like 50K, and I'm like, no way I'm paying this. And then ended up negotiating and paid like 20K for that domain. And I paid with my own money without the YC money because I was like, I have so much conviction that this is the right way to go that I'll just put all my chips in. And I feel like that came across when folks heard what we're trying to do.